Hey guys, I don't know if this color green is really helping the banana color of my hair, but I'm just trying to get through it. I like my hair really blonde, but then it just sometimes looks like a banana. Oh god. I am sick, which is, great. And obviously I didn't plan this, but today's video is sponsored. Well, I planned to sponsor, but I didn't plan being sick during the sponsor. Anyway, today's video is sponsored by Robitussin. No, it actually wasn't a requirement to get sick during this sponsorship, but ta-da! I've been using Robitussin for I don't even know how long now. So when they came to me and wanted to do a sponsorship, I was like, yes. Honestly, I am one of those people that denies that I am sick until the second that I just cannot deny it anymore. Thank goodness for Robitussin. It tastes good, it works fast, and obviously it should always be used as directed, so this is not like medical advice coming from me. But if you're feeling sick, if you have a cough, you need to get treated for it. So don't be like me, who waits until I literally like shrivel up in bed and can't do anything, which I can't even do anymore because I have a baby, but I still push it to the limit until I'm like miserable. So don't be like me, go get help, and Robitussin is the best medicine you can get for your cough. And I need to go take some more right now. Anyway, thank you to Robitussin for sponsoring this video, which is bizarre because like I said, I've used their medicine for years. Don't stay sick. It's not worth it. It's pointless. Anyway, let's get on to this video that I promised you guys about a month and a half ago that I was gonna make. Yeah, sounds about right. I wanted to do the controversial parenting tag, but then I was like, you know what? That's too controversial. So instead of doing that controversial parenting tag, I asked you guys on Twitter to ask me what you wanted to know about my parenting or my future parenting or whatever you wanted to know. And I'm gonna answer those questions because honestly, it's pointless for me to sit here and just talk about nothing for 10 minutes. I just want to talk about what you guys want me to talk about or what you guys are curious about. So let's just start with some of your guys' questions and then I'm gonna answer them. You know me, every video I have to explain to you how a Q&A works. What celebrity do you think Noah's gonna look like when he's older? Personally, I see like Mario Lopez or like a little Joseph Gordon-Levitt. A lot of people do say that in the comments, but the number one doppelganger suggestion that I get for Noah is Dustin from Stranger Things. I guess I could see like the smile and the eyes a little bit. I don't know. I mean, I guess I see it. What do you guys think? Maybe it's just because he's a baby and Dustin has like a baby face. I don't know. What's the most surprising, unexpected thing you felt or experienced since becoming a parent? Was there anything you didn't feel prepared for? I didn't feel prepared for anything. There's no preparing for parenting. There's no preparing for everything that you're gonna have to go through. And I'm just starting. And that's terrifying because it's like, no matter how long you're pregnant for, or if you're someone, let's say, who has tried for 3 years and you're finally about to have a baby, it's like, you're still not prepared. Unless you do it, you don't know what it's like to do it. That's just the way it is. You push beyond what you ever thought you could do as a human being. That's really what parenting is. It's like pushing beyond what you think you're able to do. You don't really have a choice in it. It's not because you're like a super parent or something. It's just you don't have a choice. You have to do more. How are you, honestly? I really appreciate your question because as a parent, as a person, things are complicated. And I explained to you guys a little bit in the video where I just talked to you guys and pretty much just was honest about my life and why I am the way I am. And I mean, I'm doing okay. Like, I'm happy. I just have no idea what I'm gonna do in life and who I am. And that's scary because I'm 24 years old and I'm a parent and I feel like I should know, but then I also know that everyone else is just trying to figure it out too. I think most of the people out there are just trying to figure out what they're doing with their life. So I'm struggling with that a lot. And as a parent, it makes it scarier because I'm like, crap, you should know what you're gonna do because you have to be prepared for him. You have to set his life up. But I'm just trying to get rid of that pressure because it only makes me shut down and then not do anything. Hence why I never upload videos. But thank you for asking. I'm doing all right. Okay, so this has multiple questions in it, so I'm just gonna answer them one by one. How will you deal with homework and schoolwork? You know what? I am not gonna be a parent that feels like their kid has to have straight A's. It's not that I wouldn't want them to get good grades. It's just, I know that grades aren't everything. I was a smart kid growing up. I was in gifted, I was in AP classes, and I failed high school miserably. I ended up graduating, barely, but I got all D's and F's. I mean, since freshman year, pretty much. And that's because I had so much pressure on me since elementary school, being gifted in elementary school, and then, you know, all of middle school and whatever. So much pressure was put on me from teachers, from my parents, and I literally shut down to the point that I would not do anything. I remember feeling the pressure of like school and all the projects and everything, and I just couldn't deal with it. And I never want to make my child feel that way. I feel like he's lucky to be able to get an education in the United States and just an education period. And I'm gonna tell him, you know, take advantage. If you like a subject, I think you should dive into it because you're getting a free education. But if you don't like a subject, just get by. Like if you get by with a C, I don't care. If you don't like the subject, I don't don't care. Even with grades that are C's and B's or whatever, you can still get into a good college. I mean, it's just all that stress that people put on kids. It's not healthy. And for me, it made me shut down to the point that I failed and I don't feel like I got anything out of my education in high school. So I just want him to feel comfortable and feel like he's getting something out of his education. So that's what I'm gonna do with homework. With daddy being athletic, will you encourage sports at a young age? If we see that he enjoys it or shows interest in it, then yes. I want him to have an outlet because as a kid, you have all this energy and stress and anxieties that you don't really know what to do with. So sports would be great if he's into them. I was never into sports, which is why I was always an anxious mess because I had no outlet and I was not athletic at all. I probably would have been anxious anyway. But I posted this Snapchat. And he seems like he has a really strong leg. So I think he might be a soccer player. We'll see. What is the one thing you find beneficial for Noah? Like one thing you and him couldn't function without? I want to say his swing. I'll show you a picture of what his swing looks like now. Because it basically makes him sleep at an incline. He sleeps in it every night. He has never slept in his crib other than like 1 or 2 naps in his entire 5 months of life. If he didn't sleep in this swing, he would choke at night. And so I'm super grateful for this swing. It's the only thing he could sleep in, which makes me nervous because he's outgrowing it, and I know eventually he's gonna have to sleep in his crib. But the other day we tried to put him for a nap in his crib and he started choking, and I lifted him up and he burped because he's a super gassy baby. I don't know why he's so gassy, but literally he burps every ounce when he's feeding, and then he burps like for an hour afterwards. It's just, he just burps so much. I don't get it. And he farts a lot. But anyway, so I picked him up out of his crib, I started burping him, and he burped, but immediately milk came out of his mouth and his nose. Like it just dripped out of his nose and he was super uncomfortable. So yeah, the swing has saved us like so much misery because we put him in there and throughout the night he sleeps the entire night and he does not wake up. I could sleep normally at night knowing that he's gonna be okay, but he can't be in this thing forever, so he's gotta get his stuff together. One of the reasons I'm scared to have a kid is poopy diapers. I've never changed one before. Thoughts on overcoming this? Girl or boy? I don't know, there's both in your picture. But anyway, let me tell you something, girlfriend or boyfriend. When you are a parent, that is the last thing you're gonna care about. I mean, like seriously, that is the last thing you're gonna care about. Poop just becomes a part of your life and it's no big deal. You know, they're tiny, their poops are tiny. Yes, they pack a punch, but they're tiny and there's so many other things to worry about and you're so in love with them, you don't even know what to do with yourself. Like, trust me, you're gonna be fine. Did you notice a change in the people you hang out with? Honestly, yeah, but I don't know if it's because I had a baby or if it's because life just happened for other people and just we kind of grew apart. But I did notice that a lot of friends like don't invite me out like they used to, or maybe they think I'm just not gonna go, which they're probably right, I probably wouldn't go. But yeah, I just don't really get invited to like all the cool stuff happening because more than likely I'm not gonna go. I'm not really sad about it. I'm not sad about like not really going out a lot. I'd rather stay home anyway. What stage in Noah's life are you most worried or anxious about? All of it. No, yeah, all of it. What's something you've learned the most with being a mom? Patience, for sure. That's not even a question. Well, I mean, it was a question, but that's my answer. Patience. Everything you want to do when you have a kid takes about like 70% longer. Things you have to prepare, I mean, just everything. Nothing is quick. If right now I had to be somewhere but I had to take the baby, just the short list would be I have to wash the bottles and I have to prep them. Then I have to pack the formula. Then I have to make sure he has diapers, burp cloths, bibs, change of clothes. Are there enough wipes in the freaking wipe travel thing? And that's not all, because if it's around a time where he has to eat, I have to feed him before I go. So sometimes I have to wait like 30 minutes just to be able to feed him because I know that he's not gonna make it on the car ride without freaking out. So yeah, patience. Patience is something I have definitely learned because everything takes 30 years. Even if it's just going to Walmart, especially Walmart. Walmart stresses me out. That's it for today's Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you feel caught up with my life and with Noah. If you guys want a more in-depth baby update, let me know and I'll film that video. He is changing so much, it's insane. Developmentally, he is like moving forward and it's freaking me out. It literally happened from one week to another. Like, he's growing so fast. But I love it. I love that he's growing. When he was so tiny, it scared me. I was like, he's gonna break. But now he's older and he's like more hard and like muscular and I'm like, he's good. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and I will see you next time. Bye guys!